We are live.
What is that announcement for? What do you mean? Of course we are live. I mean, you finish your orange.
No,
Don't
that
waste
will be
fruit.
very embarrassing to eat on the live because it's.
But then put it.
No, no, I will eat
It'll
it.
get smashed. Gargi's orange will get completely smashed.
Look at
In
my
this.
choice of snacks.
Before that, you just had a cinnamon swirl. Why don't you say that?
That was a majburi.
You know, England is unchanged. That's the first point that we want to tell you. England is unchanged. Jofra Archer, a story that we broke about 2 hours back, 2.5 hours back, 2 hours back, that Jofra Archer did not turn up for practice. Devashish and Gargi, they tweeted it, and then there was a video also. I'm sure you guys have watched it. Jofra Archer may not even turn up tomorrow because there is a family emergency. And England was, this was always on the cards. I've been saying this, had Jofra Archer played in this particular test match, it would have been tad premature. It would have been tad premature. Interestingly, the Indian bus is still there. Has the Indian bus left?
No, the
India
Indian
left?
bus has left. This is the English bus because the players are still inside.
Okay, so the Indian team has left. The Indian team completed their practice and have now left. This is 3 p.m. England, so we will be able to give you a total lowdown.
Yes.
Are we doing with microphones, without microphones?
Without microphones, I think if you can let us know if everything is all right. Otherwise, we will put on our microphones. We have the road.
Baba, so guys, microphone আছে? Devashish is always the savior, so he'll give us microphones.
Yes.
By the way, we've done some really good stories. Devashish and I, we did a story from the Eric Holly stand. Anyone who knows the Eric Holly story, kindly say, because my colleagues today got to know about Eric Holly's and they sort of enjoyed that. Anyone who does know about Eric Holly's and the Eric Holly stand and the story, do tell us in the comment section. Okay, we will give you this live. We will give you all lowdowns of the India practice and the England practice. We are putting the microphone on. Devashish has just given us the microphone, so we are putting it on. So give us 1 second. Okay. So Ryan, 1 second. Ooh, is it on? It is.
Right. Finally. Once everyone watching, let us know if the audio is all right, and then we can continue because we have a lot of updates to give you guys.
Go for it. Go for the updates.
Oh, go for the updates.
I'll check the comment section.
All right. So the number one update is obviously, and this is the title of our show. This is how we started. About 2 hours back, we broke the news that Jofra Archer is not at the Edgbaston because he had to. He could not join the practice session because of personal reasons, because of a family emergency. So in England might as well remain unchanged for the next match.
England is, they've announced it.
Okay, right. So they are unchanged. No Jofra Archer. I think Indian fans will breathe a sigh of
Okay,
relief.
people are asking. People have live ta shesh kore dekchi ge that's shocking. Sorry, who's bothered about shocking? He's writing in our work group. Devashish, Gargi, Devashish is also here by the way. Yes, Devashish. Okay. Khene. So he's having his orange, right? He's having his orange, or what is that? Biscuits.
I brought
Okay.
him a healthier option, but he's having it.
Okay. So Gargi is complaining. She brought Devashish an orange, but he's having his ginger biscuits. He deserves to.
I will offer her. She has to take.
Why do I have to take?
Come on, now you have it. Have it. He's given it to you. Okay. Now this is serious partnership going on. Devashish is giving Gargi a ginger biscuit. She's giving Devashish orange.
An orange.
Unbelievable friendship. Totally. This is better than India's
Cannot be
sweet cotton.
expressed with.
Khao? Diya tumko?
Acha.
Khao.
How will I
Okay.
speak? Yeah.
People are asking about Arshdeep Singh playing or not. Doesn't look like. If you ask me, Arshdeep Singh is not playing. Akashdeep is playing for Jasprit Bumrah. That Jasprit Bumrah is not playing is now more or less evident. Ryan Tendashkata kept it open.
Go ahead.
Hold বেশি মত খাও।
Yeah, go ahead.
Ryan
গরম হয়ে
Tendashkata জলটা লাগবে।
গরম হয়ে
হ্যাঁ ঠিক
Now
আছে।
let me sort it.
Ryan Tendashkata kept it open-ended even in the press conference.
Yes.
But I can tell you this, having observed the body language of the Indian players, also that of Jasprit Bumrah, I don't see Jasprit Bumrah playing in this match, and that's now something I can say because when the Indian bowlers went to the nets and started bowling, Jasprit wasn't there. Jasprit joined much later, and then wasn't. He was doing his fielding drills. He bowled some balls, but it
But
absolutely wasn't the Leeds kind of training session for Jasprit.
absolutely not. That is exactly what I was going to say is that the Jasprit Bumrah that you saw ahead of the Leeds Test match, bowling full tilt, full intensity for 40 odd minutes, almost close to 1 hour. Nothing of that sort happened here today. In fact, he was not even bowling from his full run up. He had a short run up and was bowling very I wouldn't want to say casually, but was not bowling with any sort of intensity at all. So I think that's hint enough that Jasprit Bumrah is not playing. On the other hand, Akash
Akashdeep
Deep had a very extensive bowling session today,
and
and
went ahead and batted.
yes, and went ahead and batted. So I think you almost now know what the playing 11 is going to look like,
Bataiye?
except that, okay, so the playing 11 is Nitish Kumar Reddy comes in place of Shardul Thakur. Sai Sudarshan keeps his place, Karun Nair keeps his place. Jade,
Ryan
that is,
Tendishkata made it very interesting when he said what he said about Washington Sundar and the two other spinners.
yes,
What, according to you, is he? Because if you read or listen to his press conference very closely, he has not committed to anything. He said all three spinners have done well. Washington has been batting
yes.
very well in the last 2 days. So the call is either an out and out spinner, or we will go with a spinner who bats well. What is your take? I still think India will go in with Kuldeep Yadav
I,
because you
yeah,
go
yeah.
in with Washington Sundar, that will again be a defensive option.
I've been saying this from the very start. India has to go with the Kuldeep Yadav, and from the looks of the practice session, it looks like Kuldeep Yadav is making it into the team. Now, how does the combination play out of how do you get a Kuldeep Yadav inside the team? Because you've also gone with a Sai Sudarshan, Karun Nair, and Nitish Kumar Reddy, all three of them in that slip practice. I don't see a reason why India would practice with a random player in the slips even if they were not playing the game. So I don't understand that strategy, which is why I think all three of them, NKR, Sai Sudarshan, and Karun Nair, keep their place in the team. Obviously, NKR comes in, and I have a feeling it's Ravindra Jadeja who goes out and Kuldeep Yadav comes in.
That is a very likely team. So the Gargi team, the 11 that she is giving is a very likely 11 that it's Yashasvi Jaiswal, KL Rahul,
What are your
Sai
thoughts?
Sudarshan, I agree with this team. I
Yeah.
absolutely agree with this team. Sai Sudarshan, because this is a wicket winners serious runs.
Yes.
Yes, serious. You don't need an extra defensive option. If you have to get Kuldeep Yadav in, your only option is to get Kuldeep Yadav in place of Ravindra Jadeja because from what we've seen, Karun Nair fielding in the first slips area, your final fielding drills with the slip cordon. She's actually doing a piece for tomorrow. We are also doing a video. You can watch that video. We will give you all the visuals of India's slip cordon practice and you can see for yourself. She'll explain the video. We've got all of these details. That will be for tomorrow morning. You can see that the first slip was Karun, second slip was KL, third slip was Shubman, fourth slip was Sai Sudarshan, and Nitish was kind of fielding in a floating position, short third point. He was fielding in a floating kind of position. Now you wouldn't do that. Match day -2. That was your final slip quarter. You wouldn't do that, and you were training with that black thing. That was a high intensity slip catching session going on. You wouldn't do that if you are not going in with this slip quarter. So I agree with this team that the batting unit remains unchanged. Number 7 for me becomes Nitish Reddy. Nitish Reddy comes in for Shardul Thakur, and the Ravindra Jadeja change can happen there. Kuldeep Yadav comes in, then the three bowlers, Mohammad Siraj, Prasidh Krishna, and Akash Deep. Though both of us are aware that Ryan Tendishkata has now thrown it into the mix. Our Hindi guys, Shubhan, Rohit, and Ajay, Amit Shah were also saying that does Washington Sundar get a look in? Because he said all three bowlers are bowling well, and Washington Sundar has also batted well. So that's what Ryan Tendishkata said in his presser. What about Washington Sundar? Do you reckon he has an opportunity? Because Ryan Tendishkata saying it, or I still think no, it will be Ravindra Jadeja and Kuldeep
So
Yadav.
if you're talking about the possibility of having a Washington Sundar in your team, do
Is it
you
two spinners?
exactly what I was going to say? Do you mean to say that you will have both a Ravindra Jadeja and a Washington Sundar in the team, a like for like? How is that possible? How are we
Left
having
arm off
two?
spin.
I know, but still, they're very, very similar. And
I mean,
if it would make more sense to have a Ravindra Jadeja and a Kuldeep. If you're going with two spinners, why
Agree.
would you not go with a Kuldeep and a
I
Ravindra?
agree with
What is
this.
the point of having a Washington and a Ravindra Jadeja?
I kind of agree. And the other combination that people are talking about, and we are giving you the possible combinations here, and then obviously we will give you our opinion. The other combination that Shubha and Rohit Jubla and Amit Shah were discussing with me based on, again, the Ryan Tendesh Carter press conference is two fast bowlers in Akashdeep, and they're actually saying you drop Prasidh Krishna. So two fast bowlers in Akashdeep and Mohammad Siraj, and then two spinners in Ravindra Jadeja and Washington Sundar and a Nitish Kumar Reddy. I think this is a weak bowling attack. I absolutely think an Akashdeep and a Mohammad Siraj on this wicket, a Ravindra Jadeja and a Washington Sundar along with a Nitish Reddy, who's more a batting all-rounder, is a very defensive ploy from India. I actually don't agree with this. I don't agree with this kind of an attack. My attack, three fast bowlers, Prasidh Krishna, Mohammad Siraj, and Akashdeep. And as she said, Kuldeep Yadav in place of Ravindra Jadeja and Nitish Kumar Reddy in place of Shardul Thakur. So number 7 for me, by the way, we are sitting under a tree because otherwise, that's why sort of our faces are kind of dark. We'll get baked. This is proper baking weather. You don't need an induction oven. I keep gargi there, you will get a gargi roast or a bohia roast. This orange will automatically start to give us juice. To give you juice. Yeah, I mean, it's really hot, folks. It's very, very hot here in Birmingham today. Today and tomorrow, genuine heat. Rohan, look at him. He wanted to wear an Aston Villa jacket. And his jacket, he's now opened his jacket, he's wearing a t-shirt. Look at him. Why are you running away? Don't run away.
His ambitions have been crushed.
By the way, it was interesting. The Indian team security comes to us and we were waiting. And all of a sudden, he sees Trisha Ghoshal in an Aston Villa jacket and Rohan in an Aston Villa jacket. And he was warmed up. He said, Villa Park, done. You guys are good people. So that's how this country and football. But coming back. No Jofra Archer. Any impact, or you reckon England is fine with it? And there's some super chat. Take this.
Okay, let's super chat and go back to the Jofra or Archer point. Ashish Punna, sorry, to write this. Play ball with 7 batters only. They should take responsibility of scoring 430 plus runs. Play NKR in place of Karun. Kuldeep in place of Shardul. Not wise in dropping Jaddu, who is Brahmo's all-rounder. Karun only scored 20 in 2 innings.
Possible, but again, basically your suggestion and my suggestion about 7-4 is the same.
Same, yeah.
Only change that you are suggesting is Jadeja in place of Tarun.
Yes.
And it's a by the way, I have been saying this also, but the only reason, what was his name? Ashish. Ashish Punna. Ashish, the only reason I am saying Karun is based on what I've seen today. And Karun Nair was actually fielding at the first slip position in that slip cordon, which was an extensive drill of close to 20 minutes. That is the only reason I'm saying Karun Nair. Otherwise, a Ravindra Jadeja option, who is as good a batter as anybody, it makes total sense to me. Total sense to me. But because I saw what I saw, and it was Karun Nair first, Shubman second, Rahul second, Shubman third, Sai fourth, I'm telling you what I am, that Karun Nair is perhaps playing and India is not changing the batting order. That's the only reason. Otherwise, Ravindra Jadeja is a gun all-rounder. Any situation, he's a gun fielder. Yes, he dropped one, but that's an aberration. Ravindra Jadeja in the outfield will save you runs. Make no mistake that that's a call. That's a call. But I understand where you're coming from.
No, these are all actually valid
And
combinations.
and good suggestions.
Yes, these are all very valid combinations. It's just that we are not saying that we either disagree or agree with that combination. But the thing is, from what we've seen in that slip quadrant practice, that is the only thing that is throwing us off when it comes to the current Nair.
Rajdeep Datta, what you all think, which was better in this condition, Karun's batting or Kuldeep's bowling when you have 5 centuries? Backlight issue na baba. Backlight na. This is sun baking. We are trying to somehow get under a shade with a tree. Otherwise, we can just wait. Wait, I'll show you what it is like. Let Darby sit here. Look at the sun. So this is how the sun is. You see now, it's a
Bad
directly
sun.
on us.
It's really bad.
That's the problem. We don't want. We were standing inside and watching the practice. We don't want that. That's why we are sitting under a shade and doing this. But I understand. I understand these points that are being made. There's another super chat. पहले इसको ले लो नहीं तो इतना comment आ रहा है भूल जाए.
Shivangi is saying, following since 2019, your interview with Virat and that one with Pandya, amazing as always. My team just launched India's own AI personal tutor.
Okay. Many congratulations to you, Shivangi, on launching the personal tutor. If there's any way we can help you, because our story is also of a startup which has now started to bear fruit and yield results and make a fundamental change to India's sporting landscape. And I know the interview that you're talking about, it was part of my former television company that I used to work for and the series that I used to do. But I do think that this journey, the Rev Sports journey, is the most rewarding and the most challenging that I've ever undertaken. So I would seek your support and seek support from each one of you. So thank you very much for backing us.
Okay, Legend X Gaming here is saying, बोल रहा था अगर जडेजा की ये सीरीज अच्छी नहीं रही तो क्या उनकी भी रिटायरमेंट ऑन कार्ड्स है?
देखिए Ravindra Jadeja certainly is Ravindra Jadeja has been a gun all rounder. I do think Ravindra Jadeja at least has a couple of years of test cricket left on home soil. वेस्ट इंडीज हमारे देश में आ रहे हैं, साउथ अफ्रीका जो कि वर्ल्ड टेस्ट चैंपियंस है वो भी खेलने के लिए आ रहे हैं. पहला मैच कोलकाता में होगा. सो ये जो मैचेस हैं मैं रविंद्र जाडेजा को सर्टेनली इस स्कीम ऑफ थिंग्स में देख रहा हूँ. मैं वॉशिंगटन सुंदर को देख रहा हूँ, मैं कुलदीप यादव को देख रहा हूँ, मैं रविंद्र जाडेजा को भी देख रहा हूँ. सो अभी ये पहला बात तो ये है कि एक ही मैच हुआ है, उसके बेसिस पे आप रविंद्र जाडेजा खेलेंगे या रिटायरमेंट ले लेंगे, ये थोड़ा प्रेमेच्योर हो रहा है. थोड़ा सा देख लेते हैं. बट देश में हम बहुत सारे सीरीज खेलेंगे in the next this WTC cycle. I don't see Ravindra Jadeja's retirement as imminent. I do see him playing. He has cricket at least for a couple of years.
Yes. More questions?
Yes, please. Let's actually take questions because we don't get the opportunity to take questions.
Like it's like a little Q&A session.
Yeah, let's do that.
Correct my mic. What's wrong with my mic? Please. I was asking you to sing a song.
Me? Yeah. Then people will run away. Gargi can sing. Gargi keeps singing.
Same.
When we sing, she sings personally. So not for the public.
My own audience.
And only for Devashish.
Okay. Will Arshdeep play? Acha, we answered this. Sorry, sir.
Arshdeep is a doubtful one, my friend. Arshdeep is a doubtful. Akashdeep certainly. Akashdeep certainly, and he batted as well in the net session today for a good 10-15 minutes. Akashdeep certainly.
Oh, this is a lot of spam actually. That's why. Let's repeat question. Korea sir, will you go and watch Wimbledon?
Yes. Yes. The idea is to go and watch Wimbledon either on the 8th or the 9th. So absolutely the idea is to go and watch Wimbledon for a day. And yes, the idea is that. So plan is that. We will see whether who goes with me or what's the plan. We will work all of that out, but the idea is yes.
All right, Ramesh has sent us a super chat.
But my favorite Wimbledon memory quickly, Sania Mirza had taken me. So Sania Mirza, the players used to get these passes to take friends in. And Imran Mirza, Sania's dad and me. So Imran and Sania had taken me and we were just opposite in the players that area. So he says, go and take from the fridge. You can take your strawberries and cream. So I go and stand in front of the fridge and I open the fridge to take my strawberries and cream, and behind me is standing Roger Federer. So he says, go ahead. And I'm looking at Roger Federer not doing anything. I'm like, what am I supposed to say here? And he says, take it. So that was and then Imran took me. We were just opposite court number 2, which was the court of death. So we watched that together. We watched matches together. And as we came out, that evening, Sania was staying at a place on, it was called Leopold Road, just next to Wimbledon, 62 Leopold Road. And it was iftar, I mean, or one of those Ramzan days. So so we all ate at night when all of us ate together, and biryani was ordered. So we all had that, and Sania, by the way, I'm sure I call her champ. Sania tried to make an egg, and she broke the egg like this, and it went and hit the ceiling. So that is exactly what Gargi does as well. So similar, these two are absolutely similar. Disaster as far as cooking is concerned. Sania breaks the egg, it goes and hits the ceiling. I've never had any proof to the contrary.
No,
Michelin star! Wow! Wow! This is unbelievable.
Okay, back to cricket.
Gargi Rao, Michelin star chef.
All right. Ramesh is saying his perfect 11. Rahul Jaiswal, Karun at number 3. Gill
So
at
he's
number
dropping Sai.
yeah, Gill at number 4. Pant, Nitish, Jadeja, Washi, Prasid, Siraj, Arsh with Kuldeep.
तो फिर 12 हो गया ना
कितने लोग
दादा 12 हो गया आपका
with Kuldeep in England condition will get neither control in bowling or with the bat will get defensive job. What he's trying to say is he'll leave Kuldeep out because in English conditions he won't get much purchase and can't do anything with the bat.
2002, Harbhajan and Anil, did they do it? Yes. If you're a good bowler, have you done it? Has Graham Swan done it against India? Has Moeen Ali done it against India? Have the spinners done well in English conditions if you're a good bowler? Has England played left arm wrist spin really well? Do you think left arm wrist spin can be an option? My friend, I do think it can be. I understand where you're coming from. You've dropped Sai Sudarshan. You've put Karun Nair at 3. I don't see that happening again for the reason I'm telling you. Because I saw Sai Sudarshan fielding in the area where Yashasvi Jaiswal was fielding. Now that's a direct swap that both of us have witnessed today. We do not think that Sai Sudarshan will not play. If he wasn't playing, he wouldn't be asked to field there in that final slip cordon. So I don't think either Karun Nair or Sai Sudarshan is missing out. I do think the top 6 remains the same.
All right. Okay, Ronak Mehta here is asking, Boya sir, do you think that India has always succeeded only when it has had 5 specialist bowlers? At other times, batting has always looked perfect, but bowling is always lackluster.
I agree with you because ultimately you don't win test matches if you don't
Yeah.
pick 20 wickets. So you have to have proper bowling, and that's why my 4 bowlers who will be doing this job are the ones I've said: Prasidh Krishna, Mohammad Siraj, and Akashdeep, along with Kuldeep Yadav, with a Nitish Kumar Reddy as the 5th point. I wouldn't be having a problem if a Karun Nair was rested and Ravindra Jadeja played in that place because he gives you that left arm option. But again, I'm saying this: the slip cordon that we have watched and Karun Nair fielding there, I don't think Karun Nair will be dropped. But if they went ahead with Ravindra Jadeja, absolutely I wouldn't have an issue because that would have given India two spinners in Kuldeep Yadav and Ravindra Jadeja. You're again wearing that jacket. Are you mad? So you're blocking because otherwise it's damn hot, man.
Yeah.
Rohan's just worn an Aston Villa jacket which he's showing off. That I understand that he's showing off, but it's too hot.
Okay, Muthu is saying Washi or Kuldeep. Ryan Ten Rascata said 2 spinners will play. He didn't say 2 spinners will play.
It's a possibility.
The question was with the condition that you have in Edgbaston, what is the likelihood of 2 spinners playing in the team? That was the question. To which he replied, yes, the conditions are conducive, and the likelihood of two
It's
players
a possibility.
there's a possibility of 2 players spinning. That does not say anything.
You could have asked him for his property and he would have said yes.
Like,
The Ryan Tenderstata press conference did not say anything.
He said words but meant nothing.
So you can say this, you can say this, he said
Yes,
yes. He said yes to everything. I was hearing that press conference.
Yes, exactly.
Washington is batting well, Kuldeep is bowling well.
He was asked about 4 players and their likelihood of playing in the team, and he said everyone is likely to play because everyone is doing
It's
well.
his birthday, right? So he was actually giving his birthday gift to people.
ये भी खेलेगा, ये भी खेलेगा.
यार उसने तो जसप्रीत बुमराह भी open ended रख दिया that Bumrah is available for
So
selection.
it's like
Yeah,
the school teacher, when you ask for the important question, he says everything is important.
Bumrah he was asked about Jasprit Bumrah. उसने तो बुमराह भी ओपन एंडेड रख दिया. अगर आज के प्रैक्टिस के बेसिस में आप हमसे पूछेंगे जसप्रीत बुमराह खेलने का कोई चांस ही नहीं है, कोई चांस ही नहीं है. इसके बाद अगर जसप्रीत बुमराह खेल लेता है तो बहुत सरप्राइजिंग होगा. यार उन्होंने बॉल डाला ही नहीं. अगर वो नेट्स में आके पहला जो नेट्स हो रहा था विच वाज द इंटेंस बैटिंग नेट्स, जसप्रीत बुमराह 20-25 मिनट आधा घंटा बाद गए, उसके भी ज्यादा बात. हम लोग एक्चुअली अंदर से लाइव कर रहे थे, बाकी टीम वहां पर रोहन, त्रिशा, शुभायन, रोहित एंड अमित were standing out. Sorry, Amit was with us. Devashish were at the nets. The 3 of us were doing live. Gargi and I were doing live. Devashish was helping us out. That's where Jasprit Bumrah walked in. So he was not even part of it. Ryan Tendershkata to वहाँ भी बोल दिया कि Jasprit Bumrah is available for selection. We will see. There's been enough rest, etc., etc. I don't think that press conference gave anything.
Nothing. And the sun has now creeped up.
Which is very, very bad.
It's
So
bad.
5 more minutes and we will
Yes.
close the show.
Let's take final couple of comments and then we can find some respite from the heat. Okay, Mr. Asmit is...
देखो वो आ गया अपना दोस्त. और एक आ गया.
Mr. Asmith is asking about Moeen Ali. Moeen Ali has joined the England coaching staff as the assistant coach. That's the update that we have. Anshu Mishra is asking बोल था क्योंकि लॉस एंजलिस के बाद ब्रिस्बेन में ओलंपिक्स है.
जी.
कहीं मैंने पढ़ा है कि ओलंपिक्स होस्ट के चलते अब आइकॉनिक गैबा में टेस्ट मैच नहीं होगा काफी टाइम तक.
They were trying to redevelop, and that was the idea. So आपने सही पढ़ा है that they were trying to redevelop. अगर टेस्ट मैच एकदम ही बंद हो जाएंगे या होगा वो बात की बात है, but आपने सही पढ़ा है या सही सुना है that they were trying to redevelop, keeping in mind the Olympic Games of 2032.
All right, more questions I'm trying to find. The phone is heating up, and I'm sure that one will be heating up as well.
फर्स्ट तो नहीं करेगा?
नहीं बस ठीक. देख पता चल जब होगा तब पता चलेगा.
देवाशीष का फोन है, मरवा देगा तुम.
No, this is ऑफिस फोन.
फिर तो ठीक है, ऑफिस फोन फर्क नहीं पड़ता. देवाशीष का फोन आएगा होगा तो बहुत रोएगा.
Oh, Somanath is saying, so I doubt India will perform like he did in Australia.
Why?
How can you tell that?
Why? These are really good batting conditions.
Yeah.
Extremely good batting conditions. Sun baking down, hot conditions. There is not the Hoover cover came on. In fact, from here we can see. We can actually see. ये देखो. ये अभी भी आपको यहाँ से अगर अंदर दिखा सकते हैं. आप देखो अंदर this you can straight away peek into the ground. We are just sitting outside the Edgbaston cricket ground and doing this live, and you can straight away see the Hoover cover is on. आपको क्यों लग रहा है भाई that NKR will not perform? I don't see any reason why NKR cannot perform or should not perform in these conditions.
Okay. I was going to talk about something and then it slipped my mind. Oh yes, the question that I wanted to ask you was, never mind that, we've taken everything. Now it's just spam going over and over again. A question I wanted to ask before we end the show, do you think it will get difficult to bat on this wicket after day 3 or day 4?
No, the conditions will not change much. I mean, these are seriously good batting conditions.
No, if the
Kuldeep Yadav should lead.
Won't break down.
Last time, 2022, if you remember, 378 was chased down with 3 wickets.
Yes.
Just the pitch did not do much. Johnny Bairstow comes and hammers India. If you see recent times, 370 has been an average score in the first innings, close to 400 runs. I don't see this wicket drastically changing and offering turn or offering anything. It will be a good batting wicket. Bowlers will have to toil. In that sense, I absolutely agree with the fact that you rest Jasprit Bumrah and keep him fresh for Lords. I do think so.
All right, on that note,
Khatam karo
we
bhai.
can wrap up the show because we will start making them.
So,
And we can't
isko
afford
khatam
that.
karo? Haan.
We have 4 more matches to go. Come on, we can't be baked.
Khatam karo.
All right. See you guys. We'll be back with much more. We have so many stories coming up
Let's do a
tomorrow.
12 noon. Yeah. So tomorrow,
Yes.
watch out for 2 special stories. One on the slip cordon, which she will do. Watch out for that at 10 a.m. Watch out for that particular story at 10 a.m. Beautiful story. We will give you the videos of the Indian slip cordon, the way they were practicing, and you will know for yourself. Karun Nair, KL Rahul, Shubman Gill, and Sai Sudarshan. So watch out for that video at 10 a.m. At 12 noon, we will show you 2 things. One, a very special kind of video with details how India prepared for the net session today or the training. They had a chart. They had a white chart where every detail was written down and they were following that drill. We will take you on that journey with us, and we will also show you how Rishabh Pant trained alone and separately with tennis balls so that he can get even better and better. And thereafter, I had a chat with Rishabh Pant also. So all of those details for 12 noon. And thereafter, Gargi and I back here 5 p.m. from the Edgbaston cricket ground, which is 12:30 here. India training at 1:30. Before that, England will train. So we will be back here by noon, the 2 of us, and the rest of the team will be back as well. So you can watch Hindi with Shubha and Rohit and Amit, Bangla with Devashish, Trisha and Rohan, and of course myself, and English with Gargi and myself. Tomorrow from here, live will be around the 5 p.m. mark. So plenty happening from around Edgbaston. 2 days to go. 2 days to go for this all-important test match, India versus England. Support us and back the coverage. If you've not subscribed, you know what to do. And by the way, I'm finding it really amazing that given the kind of pressure we have now been able to put on rival competitors, and people have all started to stream in. People have all started to come in because sitting in India and giving gyan and spreading nonsense about Jasprit Bumrah did not really work. So you have to come and see for yourself. But even if you come and see for yourself, you know Jack. So we will make sure that you get the best coverage. Keep watching.
Yasho,